Hello. Well, hold on. Oh, no, my mic is working. Sorry. My sound thing just glitched for a second and it looked like my sound was broken, but nope. Welcome. Oh, if I sound congested, it's because I'm congested. I'm not at 100%, and this is not going to be a long stream because I may collapse at any time. So apologies if I do. I was 50-50 on doing this stream. And the only reason I am doing this stream is because I found the energy to make a UI element and put it in here. Not something that it's not my proudest work, and I'm probably going to replace it, but I'm not going to call it a placeholder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of saying placeholder versus final, I'm going to say this is stage 1. I'm going to do that now. Stage 1. And this is some stage 1 artwork. This is some stage 1 walls. These have been growing on me. Making these tiles was completely an accident. It was just me messing around with the brush size tool in GIMP. And the top is I had it set to 5, and then the middle is I had it set to 3, and then the bottom is I had it set to 1, and then I just shaded it, and it came out like this. And it's not like amazing, but it grew on me. It's growing on me. Anyway, I slapped this in here, and as you can see, it doesn't scale. Oh, well, this is not how you demonstrate that. I added a 9-patch rect, which I'm going to be honest, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I just saw a tutorial one time that was like, use a 9-patch rect. It's sick. It's the best. Here's how you use it. And I was like, thanks. I'm doing it. So I did it. I don't, I mean, it looks okay, except it doesn't scale. So you can see these buttons are not in there. I think it's going to take some code to fix that, and I'm going to hate writing it, and I'm not going to write it right now. But there is a bug that I'm also not going to be tracking down, which we saw last time, but I'll demonstrate it again. Start a client. Okay, cool. There's this UI right here, and I can't move it. I can't click on it. I can't click on it because I'm pretty sure what's happening is my input handler is getting the input first, and then it's like, oh, cool. The GUI is like, I'm cool. I don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna ignore this. Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, Misty the lad. Welcome again. I am congested and not at 100%, so I make no promises that this will be a long or productive stream. This is a bug that I need to track down sooner rather than later. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of research off stream to figure this one out. Like I can't, like I'm hovering over the element. The element, when I hover over it, it changes. The button recognizes that I can click on it. But yeah, I don't know. How good it's 1 a.m. for me anyways. Well, I think we can make progress on server-side movement. I was doing a lot of watching videos on Godot about basic pathfinding while I was resting, and it could be that I'm just loopy and I don't really understand because I am not 100%. But none of the videos I watched were very illuminating. I don't think I understand basic pathfinding, but I'm going to try it. It should be pretty easy because we already have the tile map. I don't know if the tile map needs to be set up in terms of, because we have physics layers that's set up. We don't have navigation layers set up. Is that something, did I just do it? I'm great. I don't know if that's something that I needed to do. I think there was something about like making shapes. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But first, more importantly, server-side movement. I don't think that's going to be very complicated. It's complicated because it's multiplayer, but beyond that, like this is actually like we're just going to make a movement handler. We've done that before. We're just going to say, here's a dude. Here's where they want to move. Move them. And then here's all the dudes. Here's where they all want to move. Move them all. And then theoretically, this multiplayer synchronizer does the rest. That's it. Like I don't have to think anymore. It synchronizes the position. It synchronizes all the data. Great. Easy mode. I was thinking though, so I was planning on it being a global. That means that every client has a movement handler. Every client has a network handler, and every client has an input handler, and that's fine. The server doesn't need an input handler, but if I make a movement handler, only the server is using that. Is that wasted space on the client side? Is there a way for me to say, if you're a client, don't make a movement handler? And I didn't see any way to do that in Godot. If I make a global here, it's there. Hello, man. What happened to the Game Jam game you're working on? The Game Jam is over. It finished January 30th. I don't remember exactly when. I think game Jam 7. I think the voting ends in 1 day and 10 hours. So we'll find out who wins in 2 days, in less than 2 days. I mean, I submitted my game. I don't know how it's doing because I don't get to see the results until this timer ends. I think. I don't even know if that's true. I might not get to. It might just be like voting ends. You didn't win. Get out. Like that's all. That's all the information I get. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, you're welcome. It's the game is available if you want to try it out and leave a comment on it. Feedback is always appreciated, even if it's negative feedback. Not a problem. But with this, I was thinking, like, what if instead of declaring a movement handler as a global, what if I don't make that a global? But I still want the convenience of a global. So what I do is I make a handler, and then I give, if you're the server, make a movement handler, which is not global. Give it to the handler. And then if you want to call movement, you call the handler. And then I said the word handler a few more times, and then I went insane. So no, I'm not doing that. We're going to go ahead and make a movement handler now. I say that as someone who considers himself a Java developer, and I'm very familiar with the patterns that Java will do, which things like handlers, that's first grade. I don't think they're called handlers. I think they're called like factories, but same idea. Well, it's not the same idea. It's actually a completely different idea. The naming is the same insanity. Movement handler. Do not make a handler. Do not make a factory. Do not pass go. Class name. Oh boy. Sorry, I just coughed. Movement handler. All right, we have this exists now, so we can make it a global. What? Movement handler is an invalid name. Must not collide with an existing global script class name. What? I'm sorry, what? But there is no, there's only a network and an input handler. After the jam voting ends, it should tell you what rank you placed in each of the voting categories. Oh, okay. Good to know. It won't tell me, I assume, the individual ratings. Like I don't want it to tell me who voted what. I don't want that, but it won't tell me like the average number of stars was like 3.2, or 7 people gave you a 5-star and 2 people gave you a 1-star. Like we'll find out if you don't know. Movement handler. Okay, what do you mean this is an existing global class? What? How is that possible? What is movement handler? Hold on. That's not, what? How is that an existing global script? What? I literally just made this. How? Okay. So I'm not calling it that. What should I call it? Naming things is hard already, and now I have to rename it. Godot movement handler. Is this the right version of Godot? Hold on, let me close that. Did I not? I think the voting is anonymous, so some people will write comments on what they thought about it. Like, why is this? How did I open Godot? This shouldn't be. Move handler? No, that's gonna irk me if I do that. All right, you know what? Um, oh. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to do this. I didn't. Did I make that mistake elsewhere? Okay. No, that was the first time. All right. How do I want to? There we go. All right. Smart. I'm not at 100%. Let's go ahead. I think we want to start loading the crap out of this. The network handler is going to be where no, I shouldn't load the crap out of this, but we should make a handler responsible for the players want to do something and the server needs to like do it. So like if a player wants to say, so right now I have the RPC call for player in the player and I don't want that. And I also call it character body 2D. Yeah, I have it right here, and that's obviously not going to work. So we need a another handler. And I don't know what to call it. Call it process handler? No. RPC handler? That's annoying, but I guess I'll do that. Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe I should have multiple of these. I should have like an RPC handler for handling. Nope, I'm just going to do it. Introducing RPC handler. Also, going to make that a global. Okay, so I think it's important to make this one a global because even though the player is not going to have an RPC handler, well, they might actually have an RPC handler because the server might want to call RPC functions on the player. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine to make this global. All right, we have to say we're making the movement handler. So the first thing I want to do is instead of movement being something handled in the input handler, so we're creating this process command, and that's happening in main. Oh, we got a cough again. Instead of this, we're going to call an RPC. If the command param is target move command, then command param dot actor. No. We're going to call RPC handler dot move set move target. And then I would like that to, for RPC commands, I'm pretty sure you can't pass in objects. Godot can RPC commands pass objects. I'm like 90% sure. RPCs will not serialize objects or callables. So you can't pass a node, you can't pass a pack scene, resource. I have to pass strings and ints. That's totally fine. Oh wait, can we pass IDs? Player IDs? Why am I looking at a Reddit post? I should be looking at the Godot docs. Godot RPC calls. RPC remote procedure calls. To call an RPC, use the callable method RPC to call in every peer or RPC ID to call in a specific peer. Yeah. So we need to tell it this person wants to move to this location, and we need to identify that person. So it might be better to have this say like target move RPC handler.set move target. We pass in the ID of the player, which exists. I don't know how we get that, but it exists. I know it exists. Multiplayer.multiplayer peer. Multiplayer. Okay, wait. What is peer here? Peer is an eNet multiplayer peer, of course. And it has a function called getPeer, and we pass it an ID, and it'll give us a packet peer. So can we get the ID? How are we getting the ID of ourselves? The network handler. Godot multiplayer get ID of self. Multiplayer.get unique ID. So there's a multiplayer object. I just have to know that exists. Do I? Is that something that's defined here? No, I just have to know that exists. So multiplayer is just a thing. It's been there the whole time, watching, smiling. It's happy to be there. Multiplayer dot get unique ID. I'm just going to trust that works. Oh no, I wanted to check something first. The RPC, when you make a call, does it tell you who called? If I make an RPC call to the server, does the server know who's calling that function? Oh, it does. Oh, I don't need this then. Never mind. Set move command param.destination. We did it. We don't need this anymore. All right, now we just have to make this function exist. Hello? I would like to go to the RPC handler. How do I RPC handler? All right, I'll just do it this way. It's fine. We get this. Func set move target. I need to give it the RPC annotation. I probably need to give the RPC ID annotation. Because I only want the only people who should be told I want to move somewhere is the server. The client should not be saying that to other clients. And the server obviously shouldn't be saying that to the clients, because that's just like salt in the wound. Stop hitting yourself. You should move yourself over there. Stop hitting yourself. Okay. RPC underscore ID. Oh, I'm not doing this right. So we create this function. Okay, but the way we call this function is not, we don't just call it like a normal function. Okay. So this is the magic. RPC ID. We'll come back to we'll fix this in just a second. I just need to figure out what the annotation needs to be. Or mode. Okay, so mode any peer. Okay, so I don't set RPC ID here. I set RPC any peer. Is it call remote? Yeah, call remote. That's probably the default. Reliable and 0. Channel index. I feel like I should have channels figured out, and I don't, and I'm behind. So if I just say any peer and that's it, like we're good? Or do I need all of this rigmarole? Hello? Welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Marin Shloya? I'm wondering if anyone knows whether you can play multiplayer games with Godot, server and client. I mean, there's code for it. The code exists. Someone has to write it. It doesn't write itself, but it does exist. Remote. Okay, so we have this function, and it cannot take in a... Can we pass in a vector too? I don't believe... Can we RPC a vector to Godot? That counts as a basic type. Okay. According to AI, this should work. So I feel very confident. Just kidding. Destination param vector 2. Cool. Simply mirroring. Step 1, we get the ID of the person who... Get unique ID. Sender ID equals multiplayer dot get unique. Okay, well, the editor tells me that's a function, so I feel a lot more confident. I don't know how to turn that into the player. Can I? That could be a case where I just need to make the network handler actually track. Like, where's the player spawn happening? It's not happening here. It's happening. Is it happening here? That'd be scary. Oh, it's happening here. Spawn player. Sorry, I just coughed again. Player.name is string ID. So we don't have this. So we actually need to register in the network handler. Yo, here are my players. Frank. Register player. And this is probably a... Oh, jeez. How am I going to do this? This is something that I probably shouldn't just whip together, but I'm whipping it together. Because it needs to handle things like... Okay, a player just joined. Are they still connected? Did they just leave? Are they still here? Does that object still exist? Like, I don't know. I don't know how much of that is... None of it's automatic, because I'm doing it right now. Take our ID. We got a var. The network handler is responsible for tracking connections. Can I... Okay. Do I need to track the players here? Or can I just track the connection IDs here? Godot get player from multiplayer network ID. Why did I type IDE? Player's node name is their multiplayer ID. Okay. So it's something that I could just hunt down. If I have main, I don't need to register the player. I can just register main. Do you have a background in coding? I do. I have computer science education. I've learned quite a few languages. I know some C, some Java. I know a lot of Python. I know a little C#. There are other languages that I've used that I would not claim that I know, so I'm not going to. This is, I would say this is above average. I like GGScript. It's not as good as Python, but Python's not an option. This is the next best thing in my book. I would not do C# or C++ because if I did, the code would be much worse and it'd take a lot longer. And I would not see any of the benefits because this is not the kind of game that benefits from that level of ability to manipulate what is happening in the code level. So if I have the main node, do I put that in the network handler? It doesn't really make sense. I have the main node in the input handler, don't I? I do. So I could just call the input handler. The server has an input handler. I might as well use it. Tried doing C# at one point, it didn't end well. I can relate. Yeah. Let us, instead of this set move target. Oh, wait, no, hold on. All we need to, we can get, okay, input handler dot main dot get node. Okay, so we have main dot get node sender ID. Does that get us the player? Because the player's name is the ID. Dot, do I have a function in here? Target move. Dest param. We did it. And then that's, the RPC call is set up. Don't need these functions. Okay, so we go to the main, the RPC handler. This is not right. This needs to be actually .rpc, and then we pass in command. Sorry, we pass in. No, I was right. Command param .destination. There we go. Is that it? No, there's something missing. I'm sure of it. Expected. Oh, I'm not replicating the target location. Maybe that's fine though. Expected indented block after function declaration. Right. We don't need to register the player. Just kidding. This isn't going to work because that's just the movement command. We're not actually doing the movement yet on the server side. But I just want to see how broken this is. Instant crash. All right. This is what I want to see. Invalid type in function get node in base node main cannot convert from argument 1 from int to node path. Hold on while I cough. So this probably needs to be cast to a string. Does that work? Probably not. Let's try it though. Nope. We can't call target move on a null instance. That's ridiculous. That node doesn't exist. All right. Let's go ahead and just witness what is happening. Server, we should see a client. That's the ID. So if I click here, that is wrong. That's a problem. That is a problem. This is giving us the server ID. This is not giving us the player ID. Of course. Why did I think this would give us this is getting the unique ID of the server. Oh God. Why did I not read? I was so no, I don't want the ID itself. Get ID of RPC caller. Get remote sender ID? I love trusting AI. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. We're setting the command. Nothing is crashing. Let's go ahead and uncomment that, and that shouldn't change anything, but it might. Oh, did I click the client button twice? Yeah, that's illegal. That's an illegal move. I should make it that when you click that button, it closes the UI. Oh, dang it. We can't set position of type vector2 on a base object of type nil. What? We should have authority over this. I'm confused. Oh, I see. We can just have an RPC that says any peer. Great. Let's make this simpler. Okay. Crash, and the reason it crashed is because we tried to move. There is no target local rect. The server doesn't have that? Dest param is null somehow. I guess. So I figured that like the server, like it's not kept up to date because it's not being synchronized. But I figured the server would still have one because, well, this says to do that. And maybe the server is not considered a multiplayer authority of any player because the players are being created by a multiplayer spawner, and the spawner is setting the authority. And how do I not have that? I would like the server to have authority over the players, actually. I don't want the players to have authority over the players. Godot multiplayer spawner set authority to server. What? Wait. That can't be right. There's no, that can't be right. Because if that was true, then we'd never move. Oh, right, we're not moving. we're only moving. No, we're not. The movement is synchronized on the, if I make two clients, client 1, client 2, and let's pretend we can move. We can't, but let's pretend we could. We would be able to see the movement on both screens. So it was synchronized, and that means the player must have authority, because how else could they be moving? Hold on. A good cough. How do I... Well, it shouldn't matter because authority, it doesn't matter for local stuff. So I'm the server, a player comes in, the player gets the ready call. They're not a multiplayer authority. I am not a multiplayer authority, so I instantly return, and that's why I'm not hitting anything else. Okay. And the solution I want is to be that the player is the server is the multiplayer authority for the player. That's the solution I want. How do I... If the multiplayer spawners, okay. Tell me about this. Is there something in here that says actually spawn limit, auto spawn? Huh. There's nothing in the script that's like set the authority to the player. In fact, only the server can instantiate. What? All right, hold on. Let me go to the here. Let's just type down here in the function that's failing. Let's type a print line. Print line. It's just called print actually. Multiplayer dot. Where's my authority functions? Get authority. Nope. Has authority. Is authority. No. Where's there's no authority. Okay. Set. No, there's not. Okay, this is not the right thing. How am I doing it up here? Is multiplayer authority. It's just a natural function. You just got to know that exists. It's not in a multiplayer. Is multiplayer authority. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll go over here. Nope. First. Okay. We'll make that a server off screen, and then we'll go here. All right, but is it a multiplayer authority? It is not. And who's not a multiplayer authority? Print multiplayer dot get unique ID. Who's calling? This better be the server. It is. No, wait, that's not. What is? I think it is. I think that one is from this. Where is that other print line coming from? It's probably coming from the RPC handler. Oh yeah, there it is. We're good. We're good. Thanks. So the server doesn't have authority over the players. That's just how it is. How do we fix that? Okay. This says, and I'm gonna stop listening to it. Is this a 2D game? Theoretically. I have a 3D multiplayer. Well, it is setting the authority. Then the multiplayer spawner node is supposed to replicate the player across all clients, right? But the authority's all messed up and I'm able to play. I know I'm missing something small with the authority and I can't put my finger on it. Just make sure that I'm not like set multiplayer authority. Oh. What if we don't do that? Turns out I just have a function. Oh, well, okay, problem. I can't set the camera to the player anymore because I'm not an authority. Oh, and the server is an authority, so the server actually has the camera set to that player. I see an issue. I think that's relatively easily fixed because we don't care about multiplayer authority for the camera. It's not is multiplayer authority. This is not the line. This is if this dot name equals multiplayer dot get unique. Is this me? Well then do all this. Oh, if not, and equals. Yeah. If the self name is not equal to the unique ID, if this is not me, then get rid of the UI element. We don't need it. We're better than that. Invalid thing string name and int. Why is this a string and this is an int? It's probably easier to cast things to an int than it is to cast to a string. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do that. All right, we hit the server button, now we hit the client button, and there we are. Oh, we can move. Okay, this is what I expected to happen almost. I expected that rectangle to not update. Let's make sure that we can see it on both screens. Yeah, we see it on both screens. Oh, what? We can see our opponent's target rect. I don't know how that's possible. Hold on. This is the opposite of what I want. I only want the player to see their target rect. I don't want it also. Oh, I can move this now. What is happening? Why is this movable? What? I'm sorry. Is this movable? This is movable too? Am I insane? What? Is it because the color rect was in the way? The color rect was absorbing the click? That cannot be. That could be. Actually, that could be. It could be that the color rect, because I think the color rect is actually drawn over. Yeah, the color rect draws over. So it would get priority. And then maybe the color rect by default is like, I don't want anyone to click on anything under me. I am the king. I'm sorry. So I just need to turn that off and that fixes that bug. Huh, that's a lot simpler than I thought it would be. Let's go just do that now while I'm thinking about it and have the energy. Target loc rect dot pass through melter mouse filter pass equals attack cooldown. Yes, actually that is what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. No, ignore. That cannot be. What is it actually called? Mouse filter ignore? Is it mouse filter equals, there you go, ignore. All right. Thus solving the problem once and for all. Let's make sure that that's actually true. Move that over here. I need to have a second one because that's, I mean, honestly, the rectangle should be below the UI elements. The UI elements should be on top, but let's, just for the sake of, oh, okay. Come on. Oh, wait, I can just do this. Okay, well, I mean, that does fix it, but it introduces new problems, so. I would prefer if I click on this, and I know how to fix that. I know how to fix that. Because I was trying to fix this off stream like 10 minutes before. We go here and we tell the mouse to stop all future inputs. All right, I don't know why this is like something that I'm just committed to doing, but you gotta strike while that iron is hot. Oh no, okay, let's go up here. Okay, that didn't work because I'm clicking here and I'm still moving. The input handler should not be seeing this because my GUI should be intercepting that mouse call. Damn, all right, that didn't fix. Well, anyway, hey, movement is almost server side. It's almost. The target position is, so I think this is server side already because only the server can move a player and the server is the authority. So it's the server that's been doing all that. So I'm already done. That was easier than I thought. I thought I would have to make like another, like I was expecting this movement handler to have to do something, and I'm sure it will, because I was expecting to be like, all right, let me take the movement logic out of here, shove it into the movement handler, and then every physics process that we go through the list and we move and slide everyone. I'm going to have to do that at some point, but I'm not doing it now. I will, before I move on to basic pathfinding, let's try and fix that color rect bug, because that's a bug. I should not see any color X except my own. So I don't know why I can see other people's color X, and I don't know why I can't see mine. I think I know why I can't see mine. I have no clue why I can see other people's. It's late for me, so I'm going to get off. Hope the rest of your session goes well. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. My nose is burning, so I don't have much more energy, unfortunately. Chill today, bro. I'm going to work and write some Python. Awesome. Python's the best. Cheers to you. Have fun. Try setting up the server on an external PC within the network. Well, I have that, but that's going to take like some time. And I don't know what that accomplishes. I mean, I could set it up on a sandbox. I could set up in a VM. But that will also take time, and I don't know what that accomplishes. Like, in the future, I'll need to do that when this is a fully functional game, and I need to make sure that it works outside of my dev environment. But I think that's a little premature at the moment. Or at least I'm not seeing how that helps. Target local rect. So my point is I want to make a game where you have to access an extra PC. Oh, I mean, theoretically this is going to be playable. Like, that's the point of multiplayer. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, theoretically, you're not going to run 3 games. You're not going to multi-box like this. Theoretically, the server is one machine. I think I clicked that twice. And then this is one machine. And then this is one machine. Okay, what is happening? I've never seen that before. Hello? Okay, I'm scared. I'm going to blame that on a physics collision. Don't worry about it. How about this color rect? Let's think about it. So every player has one. It is not getting synchronized by the multiplayer synchronizer. So how, like, when the server updates the player's color rect, did I goof? Hold on. Did I goof? Is this target, okay, so this target move sets the rect position for that player. Only the server should be calling this function. So players should never be adjusting a target rect for anyone. But let's go look at the RPC handler. RPC any peer, set move target. Hold on. Where are we calling that? Here? RPC, that's the problem. This should be RPC ID. We're not sending it to just the server, we're sending to everyone. Breaking news, other players, I'm moving over there. And that's why my color rect is showing up over there, because I'm telling everyone. Let's go ahead and not do that anymore. Okay, how does this function work? Exactly the way I typed it, except it's not a string. It's just a number. All right. I'm about to cough. That's what it looked like for me once too. LMW. I mean, I'm committed to this being hilariously broken the moment I try and move it off my dev machine. That I do not doubt that will be a problem. Okay, so the color X, they're not moving, they're not updating, because we're not telling the other clients anymore where to put those. We're only telling the server now, and the server has not synchronized that. So good. That's good. I actually want the client to handle its color rect. I don't want the server to handle that. So I would actually prefer if the process, okay, so if we go here and we say target move, just updates this. And then this is a separate function, target move graphic. Cool, I can type. And we go here, let me call this function that I've conveniently left for myself, graphic. That should, theoretically, yeah, okay. So we have a color rect now. Oh, what? Hello? Why do I see this color rect? Wait. Okay, I can fix this. I know what the problem is. The problem is that on my machine, the player has a color rect. That makes sense. That's good. That's smart. Other players also have a color rect, and it's just there. It's not doing anything. It just exists. I need to not make a color rect for other players. So this might be a problem if, like, we need to make sure that we're only doing this for ourselves. So input handler dot register player. Okay. If we are not this player, else we are this player, register the input handler and create a target loc. I think we still need to parent them to the game so that we can see them. So that needs to stay out of there. But theoretically, this should mean only I see my color rect. All right, and let's test that theory. And it looks correct. Only I can see my color rect now. Other players on my screen don't have one because that's private. Okay. All right, and that's still a problem that I need to fix someday. Oh, I found a bug. Well, I think I know because I was lazy in implementing this. Yeah. I'm going to say that's server-side movement now. That was simultaneously a lot more painful than I thought it would be and a lot less painful than I thought it would be because we have this RPC handler, set move target, and then because of the way that this is set up, which we have to change, but because of the way this is set up, these all exist on the server already, and they're already doing this function. So, great. And it's like we can see on the screen that they're synchronizing. It looks exactly the same as it did before. So like we didn't introduce a bug by swapping ourselves over. Or okay, that is a problem. We need to account for, well, what if I'm actually inside another player? Okay, that was a thing. I'm going to consider that server-side movement done. Basic pathfinding is something I'm very not sure about. So I'm gonna, first of all, I've done this already, but I'm gonna do it again just in case, like, past me spaced out. Pathfinding. Nope, that's not what it's called. Navigation. 2D. Tell me about it. Godot docs. We got the A-star 2D. We're familiar with the A-star grid 2D. We've used that. We got the navigation server. It provides a powerful server API to find the shortest path. You can read. I can read. We can all read. We have a nav map RID. I need to cough. I don't know what any of this means. This is, I know these exist. Thanks for the explanation. I know these exist. There's a region, designs of navigational mesh. What I was hoping for was you want to have navigation. These things are solid. You can't navigate through them. You get navigation for free. I've already clicked this button. We clicked it earlier in the stream. I clicked this button. That was it. Do I need to go into the player? And do I need to click a button there? Like, where's my player? Oh, this is a different scene. Yeah, no, that's reasonable. Collision, input, transform. Not visibility. I don't see anything here having to do anything with the slide on ceiling, moving platform, collision. On leave, add velocity. What does this mean? Assess the behavior to apply when you leave a moving platform. Oh, all right. Hey, I know. Let's have moving platforms in our game. Godot told me to do that. I should add that to my design doc. Let me go ahead and see. First of all, let's demonstrate what I want. Get that out of here. Oh, okay. That's gone now. That's fine. Yeah, I don't want this to happen. I would like to have the thing navigate me into the hole. Back to the docks. Setting up for the 2D scene. Minimum viable navigation in 2D. Use the navigation server 2D and a navigation agent 2D for path movement. Add a navigation region 2D node to the scene. Click on the region node and add a new navigation polygon resource to the resource node. Oh, do not make me draw all possible paths. Add a script to the character body 2D. We need to make sure to set a movement target after the scene is fully loaded and the navigation server. We've already done that. We've got a movement target. Yeah, we're set there. Sorry, I got too excited. I spaced out. And what is this telling me to do? So we got a movement speed. We got a movement target position. We have that. We need to create a navigation agent. Let's try that. There it is. Look at that. We have a navigation agent. You know what that means. Add the following script. We have to set a movement target. Okay, actor setup. Call deferred. What does that mean? Actor setup is right here. It just says, wait for the first fixed frame so the navigation server can sync. And then set the movement target. Oh, and then set the movement target is this function right here. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so first of all, actor setup, call deferred. Okay, got a cough. Actor setup. We're just awaiting the physics frame. What if I just put this on this monitor? Await get tree dot physics frame. Okay, now we have a physics frame. I don't know what that means because we're not setting it to anything. It just I'll just keep going. Set movement target, which is a function we haven't defined yet. Movement target position. We have that already. Target loc. Okay, and now we go to our func. What do you mean actor setup as a coroutine, so it must be called with await? It's already in a call deferred. Oh, that's the problem. It's a function. We're calling the function and this is a void. No, No, we're calling it on the function itself. Func set movement target takes a movement target, which is a vector 2. And then we just go to the navigation agent, which exists. Dot target position equals movement target. And then because this exists, actually it's called a navigation agent 2D. There we go. All right, let's see it. It didn't crash, which is all I was expecting it. That's all I was expecting. I was not expecting it to work because we skipped some steps. The navigation region, I don't particularly want to do that. Can we not do that? Bake navigation polygon. Add a character's body to the with this all the okay. We need an okay. Okay. Can we generate a navigation region? Godot generate navigation region from tilemap layer. We typically define navigation directly within a tileset resource. That's the wrong version of Godot. Get out of here. We don't believe in tilemaps. Tilemaps are old. They're deprecated. How? Okay. This is a question someone asked and they didn't get an answer. That's great. Creating navigation from tilemaps with code. It's not procedure. This isn't a procedural thing. We're not procedurally generating content. I have a tile map. I don't want to have to draw every single freaking path on this to make it. And there's a thing here that makes me think this should just happen automatically. What? Okay, hold on. Godot, what are navigation layers? Godot, what are tile map layer navigation layers? Please explain in the form of a AI response. Define specific bit mask. Oh, wait. Do I have to set something here? Hold on. Let me just click navigation layer. Oh, I never set this up. That's the problem. Okay. Can I just copy from physics? Like it's the same. Godot tile map layer copy physics to navigation. Define navigation polygon separately in the tileset editor's navigation tab. Or configure the tile map layer to automatically do that. Dear Reddit. Well, I think it sounded like we could just Control C, Control V. Nope. Okay. Well, what we can do. Hold on. What is happening? Press this. We can just do this manually. It's not that hard yet. It's just tedious. And then we can. I think I did this in the wrong order because I don't know if this will work. But all of you have the same amount of solidity. Wow, all right. It actually might be the case that everything has the same physics solidity too. Let me just check. Dear physics. Yeah, I just made everything. Okay, that's okay. That makes it simple. Okay, so we take everything. Cool. How do I? Okay, we take everything. Do not make me click on every tile. What are we doing? Oh, hold on. Hold shift to select. There we go. Okay, that's hold. Hello. There we go. Let me do this. We did it. All right, we have navigation layer set up. Oops. Get that out of here. Click the client button. Now we click here and we watch nothing happen. All right. Well, I was kind of hoping that would work because I don't particularly understand. And it's not that this is a hard problem. This is, I'm not at 100% right now, so I'm not going to push myself to understand something that I've been trying all day to figure out. And I bet it's super easy. I bet it's super easy. It's just a matter of like, oh, you didn't set the navigation to true. You just didn't do that. And if you had, it would have worked. Oh, maybe that's what it is, actually. Maybe I have this navigation layer, and I'm just assuming that it will automatically work because Godot is actually magic. But what if it isn't? What if I've just created this navigation agent, and then I'm just like, yeah, all right, I have it. Identifier navigation agent not declared in the current scope. I think it's navigation agent 2D, actually. Okay, if the navigation is finished, we're done. Great. Otherwise, current agent position, get the next position, then set the velocity direction to that instead of all this nonsense. Oh, movement speed doesn't exist. Okay, because it's speed. You got to shout all your constants. Should speed be a constant? Absolutely not. Speed should be a variable, but it's a constant. All right, I'm missing something. Hold on while I cough. We have 2 moving slides. All right, that's not correct. We're setting our velocity to the current agent position plus direction 2 times speed. All right, let's check what is velocity. Obviously 0. We got to check. We got to do this in the order. Oh boy, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh boy, I clicked on the, oh boy. We're not even getting there. All right. The problem is this function is killing us. If is navigation finished, how can that be true? What if we print the navigation agent 2D? Oh boy, yeah. Oh yeah, we have a navigation agent 2D. I got it. All right, my bad. Sorry. It's my first time. Oh. Oh, look at all this. There's a whole thing I can do. I'm not doing it, but there's a whole thing I can do. What if we print... So this should only return true if the navigation is done, if the target is reachable. So if we change the target, it should say no. Is there a way to see what the target is? Target. Let's just see what the target is. Oops, let's do that by clicking on the script button, actually. Position, and then we hit the play button, and then we hit the server button, and then we hit the client button. Instantly crash. We can't connect to this. What did I think? Target position, obviously. Duh. Let's go ahead and pretend that that's actually what I meant the whole time. What? Let's just, there we go. All right. So we can set, it's 0, 0. We're not setting the target position because we're not setting the target position. Did I, okay, there's probably something here. Oh, no. We just need to call this function. Set movement target. I'm dumb. That's the problem. We're calling this function here. But we're not updating the target position. So I think there's some redundancy going here because I copy pasted code. Is this happening on the server side? It is, so we don't care about the client side. Screw the client. Dest param. I don't even know if we need this. Like, I don't know. I think we're done with that. We'll deduplicate our code once we confirm that it works. All right, we got moving. Well, almost. This doesn't feel right. There's something, I don't know. You tell me, is there something wrong with this? Are we unable to pass? Did I? What is going on? Why am I going there and only there? So my target is not there, but we appear to be going here to 128 minus 192. That is we are preordained to go there. Okay, let's figure this out. Hold on. Did I fail to copy paste something else? Path desired distance. Target desired distance. Is that something I can set here? Path max distance is 100 pixels? No. $100 pixels, jeez. Okay. Okay. I'm a little confused. Because this is correct. But our velocity, I don't know what's going on. I think we can comment this out for now. Get that at least away. So this is correct, but we're going, is it because we're calling global position? Should we be calling self dot position? No, that has nothing to do with it. Switch it back. Okay, let's print what the next path position is. Okay. Get ready to flood the prints. It's 0, 0. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, actually. Let's go here. Oh, yeah, no. No matter where we go, the next path position is here in this spot, particularly. Okay. Now, why is that? It has nothing to do with the UI, right? We are adjusting this. This is being adjusted. What is wrong with this? pretty sure this is wrong. But it doesn't change the behavior at all. What even is current agent position? Why are we setting this? Current agent position dot direction to next path position. The problem is this is wrong. But why is it wrong? Are we? Okay, so I think we're setting that correctly. Because this is right. If I set this to target position, it'll work, but we won't have any pathfinding. Let's test that theory. Oh, we can't do that. That's insane. That's not a thing. I invented that. Okay. So this deletes all pathfinding, in theory. But it works. So our pathfinding script is I don't know. Did I get this backwards? Okay, hold on. It's possible. This is insane, but it's possible. This is actually setting walkable navigation. This is the closest walkable tile. So what I actually wanted to do was none of these are walkable, actually. Thank you very much. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let me go to the floor. Now the floor, believe it or not, you can walk on it. Oh, and I have a lot of tiles that I am not proud of. Select that one. Let us add a navigation layer to this puppy. And then, now that we can navigate it, let's go ahead and say, this is walkable, buddy. Okay, and then, well, we have to revert this, unfortunately. Next path position. All right. Looks like that was the problem. I set the walls as the walkable parts and the ground is not walkable. Oh, okay, this is wrong. It's funny because if I click, it nudges me towards it, and I don't know why that would be. Does not make any sense. Okay, the pathfinding. I think this is not an issue of like the pathfinding doesn't work. The pathfinding, it's working. It's just not extreme enough. Oh, nope, this is definitely not working. That is not. That's not working. No. Okay, so the next path position is moving. Hold on. Did this need to be global? Oh, I mean, we moved towards the door, so. And I'm pretty sure the fact that I click it, every time I click it, it refreshes the navigation thing. I think that's evidence that the navigation is there. Okay, let's test it by, let's go here. Now, what if I want to go here? Oh, yeah, that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Oh, I know the problem. Because there's actually ground tiles underneath all these tiles. So the walls aren't seen as an obstacle. Huh. Do not make me have to delete all the tiles underneath the walls. That is ridiculous. I'll do it for now. Just to say I did it. Oh boy, okay. I am too sick to be doing this. All right, let's just do that wall. No, let's do this wall. Oh, actually, no, we didn't want to erase there. Those are meant to be walkable, actually. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and test the theory. Put this aside. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We're not going directly for it. We're getting snagged on this wall because we're getting snagged on this wall too because I think I need to refine the navigation, but that is annoying. I would like for it to register that walls cannot be passed. All right. So if I tell it to go here, it's going to fail. It's trying. It's trying. Whatever. We're going to call that a moderate success. Semi-done. Next time, we'll figure this out. And then we'll implement server-side combat. And I bet this is going to be extremely painful. Even though server-side movement, painful, and then until it wasn't. Somehow, this is going to be like... there's going to be some sort of random race condition, and then mobs can like move, but you can't see them move, so you're going to be attacked and I have no idea what's attacking you. It's going to be a nightmare. We'll leave it there. Basic pathfinding is in. Technically, it didn't cost as much. It's just a knowledge gap that we're having right now. If we can figure out an easy way to simplify path, there's a whole bunch of options here that I need to research. None of the videos I looked at said anything about any of these. They were just like, just do whatever you feel like. That's not true. Some of them talked about like, what is avoidance? I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure this out. And then we'll figure out how to make walls impassable without like having to remove the floor, because I want the floors. I don't want to not have floor. You can see the gaps in the graphics. I was kind of hoping that there'd be floor here. Like that's not optional. So we'll figure that out. And then we'll be good. All right. Let us see what's next. Who is next? Game Jam learning pixel art. That looks fun. I just finished a game jam and I'm learning pixel art. I'm not good at it, but I'm learning it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope this was good. I can't promise the next time I stream because that relies on me predicting my health, and I can't do that because I am not psychic. So, might be a short stream. If I'm in perfect health and everything lines up and the stars align, I might do a short stream tomorrow. Otherwise, Tuesday is the next day. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you're having fun. Hope y'all are making games and playing lots of games. And y'all are having fun. Take care, everyone.